Hey everyone. So we have already started our day, but this is the first chance that I have had to start the video. So it is a school day here. So I have been doing school with the kids. And I woke up this morning like 7:30, not super early, but I actually just had a nice quiet time. And I just sat there with I did my devotions and I got some reading done and a book that I've been reading as well. So it was nice and just quiet. But I sat there with a piece of paper and just kind of brain dumped. And I think I'm going to try to start doing that because it really helps me to get it out of my head and just onto a sheet of paper and cross it off, you know. Anyway, so I wrote down some stuff that we just need to get done. So like I said, I've already been doing school with the kids. We really need to clean out our refrigerator and our pantry. Nathan has been working on that. Tomorrow is going to be our big grocery shopping day. And so we need to get all of that cleaned out in preparation for that. The fridge has majorly gotten away from us. Y'all know I've been sick for about a week. And so a lot of things just haven't gotten done. But Nathan has been doing the refrigerator, and I'm actually going to get the older kids to just organize the pantry. It doesn't really need to be cleaned out because we did that not too long ago, but they're going to like organize the shelves and stuff. So, and Nathan and I are going to hopefully catch a date later today, like this evening. Catch a date. That's weird. Go on a date, whatever. But I also saw a post last night for some fall vegetable starts. I think we're going to run up there and I'm going to see what they have because I have not done anything out in the garden. At this point, it's still worth it because we are in Florida and I'm in zone 9A. Our first frost date is not until December. So like I have plenty of growing time still. But honestly, I keep going back and forth. Like, is it just something that I should let go? As y'all know, like it seems like we've just had a lot of things happening the last couple months. Just life stuff, right? Anyways, but I saw that post last night and I was like, well, if I bought starts. So I think we're going to do that. But first we will start and I'll show you all the footage of doing the refrigerator and just getting our day started. I'm kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. Like I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Kinda used to these battlegrounds.
Back here.
A spoon?
I don't know how to get it. See it? Actually, now that I feel it, maybe it's not necessary.
What, so Nathan thought that a spoon was lodged in the back of the freezer. It wasn't. In fact, it was a metal piece that was supposed to be in the freezer. But it was so funny because we are so used to a random item being in the most, random places. But I'm glad to know that there was not a spoon stuck in the back of the freezer.
This is Addie's paints.
Yes.
No clue.
So she learned from Ariel. So this is an old glass to a frame. And she's painting with oil paint. And so you put it in the freezer and then it's like she can pick it up and use that palette again. That's why she does that. Those are peppers.
I know. You need to save these.
I'll look at them.
What about these strawberries? Tops?
Yes, those aren't that old.
What about?
I need to make some jelly. It's on the list. Ooh, wee. So tomorrow it will be a week since I have put on a lick of makeup. In case y'all missed the previous vlogs, I was pretty sick. I had a bad cold / flu. I mean, I don't really know what it was, but Definitely took me out of commission for a few days. I did vlog during some of it, so if you miss those, go see it. If y'all want to see me be sick and not do anything. But life doesn't stop when mom is sick. So just trying to, do the best. So I'm kind of trying to catch up on some areas and stuff. Thankful for Nathan's help with the refrigerator because honestly, it looks like a new fridge. I was like, dude. So kind of feeling a little bit more like myself. My back is hurting like in my rib cage, and I think it's from coughing. So I'm definitely still kind of sluggish and all of that, but definitely I think I'm over the worst of it. So we are going to leave and get out of the house for a little bit. I was going back and forth about it. Like, should we really do this? Getting the fall starts. And Nathan was like, yes, it'll be good for us to get out of the house. So he actually ran up to the good old DG. I'm waiting on him to get back. That's country talk for Dollar General, to get some toilet paper because we were out. Not a good thing. Like I said, a lot of things went unseen with me being sick. So he's gonna get some toilet paper, and then we're gonna go look at those fall starts. And I also have to get soil and stuff too. So just get a little something done and spend some time together too. It'll be good for us because we've been kind of, we see each other, but also like passing ships, just because I've been sick. So when he's been home, I've been in bed. But anyways, we're about to head out the door. While I'm waiting on Nathan, I thought that I would show y'all the shawl. So since I was, laying around a lot, I got a good bit of crocheting in. I actually have another one that is just a little bit smaller than this. I am going to add more to this though, because I don't think it's quite as big as I want it. Maybe not. Maybe this is perfect. I don't know. What do y'all think? So isn't that pretty? I just love the colors. So my idea behind it and hopes was that at football games, it's during colder weather. It starts in January. So I might need a jacket in January. I don't know, whatever. But I was thinking, just sitting at the games, it would be nice, like have a shawl. Maybe I have it too high on me. I don't know. I feel like maybe add 2 or 3 more rows and then it'll be done. But I don't know. I really like it. It's super cozy. Reagan and Harper want me to make one too. And like I said, I've started another one for somebody else, but laying around, it's a good thing to kind of keep your mind occupied is to crochet. And this honestly was such a simple pattern. Like once it wasn't even hard to get started. So I like I don't always have a bunch of projects going on, but I like having an easy pattern to work on that doesn't require me to think or read a pattern. You know what I mean? That I can just do because it's the same thing over and over again. Because that's nice to do whenever you just want to relax. But if I'm doing something a little bit more labor intensive and I need a pattern or a video to follow, my attention has to be on it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this has been very nice to do, like while watching a movie. I was trying to get over this crud. So this was fun. I will try to remember to link the video to this. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I don't remember, but I will link the video where I got the pattern from in case anybody's interested. It's just treble crochets. So like I said, pretty simple and easy. And I love doing the variation yarn because it just, adds color and texture. And you don't have to change the roll of yarn. Are those chairs? I know these are over there. Over here. These are chairs. You get 4 of them here?
What, more?
How many Romas did you get? 2. You get 3? Well, get 4 and get another Roma. Where's the Roma down there? All right. I'm excited now. They're pretty good sizes. Oh no, they gotta go inside the truck. That's gonna be too hot to put them in the back. Thank you. All right, so we got a good bit, pretty good price. So we had a nice afternoon out. We are getting ready to head home. I got the vegetable starts. We got 4 cherry tomatoes, 4 Roma some broccoli, zucchini, and kale. And then another herb that I haven't heard of, rue plant, R-U-E. I Googled it and had a pretty flower, so I bought it. Great price on these vegetable starts. And then we went to a thrift store and I found some dishes. I'll share those with y'all later. And Nathan, we just got some compost from Lowe's. But then we remembered that we needed a bolt for one of the bikes. And Home Depot is just like a little bit down. When we were leaving Lowe's, I was like, oh, we should have gotten that screw that we needed. Bolt, screw, something. I don't know. I don't remember which one it is. I guess it would be I don't know. It doesn't matter. And Nathan's like, oh, I'll just whip into Home Depot. So now we're at Home Depot. He just ran in to get that though. And then we will head home, get the compost unloaded. I might try to plant some tonight. We'll see. I don't know. We'll just see how I feel once we get home. I guess I actually could get the kids. So Reagan and Harper would probably love to do it. But we'll get these plants in the ground. Show y'all what I got at the thrift store. It's now like 8 o'clock at night. We've been home for a while. And we actually planted the fall garden, which is going to be a separate video. So stay tuned for that. So I haven't gone super recently. I've actually slowly been collecting dishes to make beeswax candles out of. So I've had a good bit of a collection of things because I have this idea that I'm going to sell them at our Christmas market that our church does. I'll put like a little clip over this here. I've made some already. I think that they are beautiful. And what I am doing is taking teacups / vintage dishes and making a candle out of it. So like I would make a candle out of the teacup. And it's just something a little bit unique. And then when the candle's done, you get a cute little dish out of it too. Burning beeswax candles is actually really good for you as far as like just the stuff in the air. It helps a lot with purifying the air. So anyways, this is just a fun idea that I've had. So I was excited. The thrift store that day, my hands are still dirty from digging in the dirt. Sorry, y'all. I was excited because Nathan and I went to the thrift store whenever we bought that bulk produce. And this was $1, okay? Like, so cute. And I just think it'll be, so I wanted to get some more stuff for that, especially since they were so reasonably priced. So, super cute. This will be, all of this pretty much will be a beeswax candle. I also have an amazing find, y'all. So stay tuned at the end. Okay, that's going to be the last thing I show y'all. Okay, so beeswax candle. This was actually $3.99, but it's not the milk glass that like you see through. Is this still considered milk glass? I think it is. But won't that be a beautiful candle? So this was a little bit pricier. I don't even remember how much I paid for that. But again, a candle. Super cute. And my other thought was for giving gifts at Christmas or even birthdays, just to have set aside, was this would be a really unique gift to give as well. And then like doing like a gift basket to my neighbors, stuff like that, I could put a candle in. This is actually Corelle. It didn't have a handle on it like it's what it's supposed to be like. So I'm assuming it's kind of like a ramekin. Y'all correct me. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so that one, I showed you that. This, okay, it just says fine china on it. Now, this does have a chip and a crack in it, but I think it just adds to the character. Obviously a creamer, but again, it being a candle, like as just a unique gift idea, okay? Okay, now these, I actually have this set. It was my grandma's, so I recognize it. It doesn't have a name or anything on it. But again, I'm not going to use my grandma's dishes for a candle, but I'll use this for a candle, okay? And this is a very similar, but this is actually pure one. So this isn't vintage, but it'll still be a cute candle, right? So I just think doing these vintage beeswax candles, I've had it on my list for a very long time to do. So I'm excited to finally be doing it. And then this tin, I think this was 50 cents. I've actually seen a couple of these, you know, just at thrift stores. And honestly, they sometimes want like $4 or $5 for this. And I don't want to pay that. So for 50 cents, absolutely. So my thought with stuff like this is to put like a faux Christmas tree in it. And this is kind of like the Christmas tree skirt covers the base. If not, I'll find something to decorate Christmas with. This tin. Okay. Then I got this American flag. It says United We Stand on it to hang outside, you know, during the 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, all of those things. And this was, I believe, $2. It's metal, so, you know, it'll last a little while. And then the same thrift store that Nathan and I went to a couple months ago, they actually had this there then, and I saw it and I almost bought it. It actually is a set, but it was a broken set. Like they just had random pieces from the set. But I asked him if I could just buy one plate, and he said yes. So this says Gibson House on it. I honestly really don't. I'm learning more about like vintage dishes and stuff, so I don't know a ton. And I don't really know, honestly, how old this is. It says dishwasher safe and microwave safe, so it can't be that old, right? Regardless, I don't necessarily care about that. I more care about the looks of it. And I just thought that this was so pretty. Whenever I saw that it was still there today, I was like, I have to get it. It was $1. So just to have out at Christmas time, I just think would be a pretty decoration, you know, in the kitchen or in one of my cabinets or bookshelf, what have you. I just think that is really pretty. They had the little plates. They didn't have any teacups, and they had bowls. And I was like, I really don't think I'd use a bowl. I kind of toyed with getting the little plates too. And I honestly probably should have, but you know, whatever. That's what I got. Okay, so this is a really cool find. And I actually have some questions for y'all. So like I said, I am learning more about like vintage dishes, and just by doing Google and reading things and stuff. Like I'm not like doing a real deep dive or anything. I found Currier and Ives, and actually it was there when we went before. They didn't have prices on them, and I didn't ask before. I don't like going to places and they don't have prices because then you're just like kind of stuck. How much is this? Oh, it's $50. I'd be like, no, thank you. And I just feel bad. But when you ask and they're like, oh, it's $1. I'm like, okay, great. Anyway, so I got a Currier and Ives bowl, but look at, I saw this print. Sorry, I just took it away. And it seriously just melted my heart because it's little kids on a fence. Isn't that just precious? I just absolutely loved it. It does have a crack in it, as you can see, but this is just for me to use to put my rings in, you know, just whatnots and stuff. I just really liked it. So it does not have anything on the bottom. And this is where I'm kind of confused with Currier and Ives, okay? They had a plate set of the grist mill. It did have a stamp on the big plates. I did not get the big plates because I just don't need them. So I talked myself out of getting them. Okay, so this is my question. Again, it's Currier and Ives, but there's no stamp. So that's considered stoneware, I think, right? But this is where my question was. They had a ton of the plates with the blue, or with the ship on it. Not ship. Is that a tugboat? No, it has a water wheel on it. What kind of boat is that? Okay. Which this seems to be pretty common. I've seen this before. I actually think I have plates like this now that I'm thinking about it. Oops. I need to go double check and look. Anyways. Okay. I have these with the ship on it or the boat. I think they have something else on them.
I think you have like a boat on it.
I think I do have these. Don't tell Nathan. Okay. He really doesn't care. I promise. So the cup has the wagon and the horses on it and a lady. So I didn't think that they went together. All the teacups of what they had at the thrift store had this print on it, but all the saucers had the boat on it, okay? So I was just going to buy this. This video got really long. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I was just going to buy these. But I did a quick Google search, and everything that I saw with this teacup went with this plate. But that just doesn't make sense to me. Can y'all make it make sense, please? I'm going to try to do some more Googling and see what I can find out. So I got 6 sets of these. Now here's my conundrum. Do these become candles? Because they're just...
You have too many candles.
No comments from the peanut gallery, please. They're just so pretty. So I'm going to have to think on these. So those were my awesome finds. Let me know information about this. And this little bowl just makes me so happy. So anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm so sorry that I went on a rant about my my thrifty finds, but I kind of love them. So anyways, thank you guys, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Okay, so I just have to show. These are the ones that I already had. And I don't know how many I have. 4 maybe? It's not the boat.
But it's like the same color.
Well, you are right. Yes, it's the same people who made it. It's called Courier and Ives, but it's not the boat. So I understand why you thought that I had it, because you were just thinking of this. So I need to do some more reading on Courier and Ives. This, it has the hay fields on it. They're just so pretty. Okay, so this is the set that I had. I know, isn't that pretty? I'm gonna make it into a candle.
No.
Yes, why?
I want to use it for actually like tea.
You can just wash it.